Another dream about him.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Well,
It's
hello. Okay, we here. Hello.
Wait, I gotta turn you up a little bit.
Oh, am I a little quiet? Well,
Yeah, but it's my end. It's my end.
okay.
Are we no technical difficulties this week?
Of course. Why would we have any
Look at
technical
us.
difficulties?
Look at us.
You know, this is new normal for us. This
Right.
is
2025 Pixelist. We're on a whole other vibe.
only took us 4 years. And they were coming up on 4 years this summer.
Really?
Or 3 years.
That's crazy. It's at least 3 because campaign 3 was 3 years, right? Maybe not 3 total years though.
So maybe 4 years then.
I don't know, dude.
Well, because EXU was summertime. You know?
Yeah, I
Let's
guess
see.
so. Well, so was that?
When did
That's crazy. When did we?
did-
I guess we started. Did we start this during COVID? Like toward the end of COVID.
Yes, actually, that's a better question. When did Loki air? Because wasn't that the first
Right,
thing?
right. Because that was the first thing we ever did.
June 9th, 2021.
Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
We got our big 4-year anniversary coming up. Also, my baby is due on June 11th.
Oh, dang, dude.
Oh,
Not as cool as our 4-year anniversary, but you know,
that's right.
Neck
I
and
had
neck.
sex. It's about our
no one can deny it.
yeah. Carrot Plush.
Have y'all
said,
not that you need to share it, but do y'all know the name yet?
it's best if we don't venture into this. This is a source of major contention.
Is it really?
No, not. I mean, not actual like fighting or arguing, but
Right.
my wife feels that when she tells me there's a name she likes and really wants, that means that is the name. So we have not. I think it depends who you ask if we've decided on a name. In my world, I'm like, we haven't decided yet. But I don't know. She's wearing me down. We'll see.
Okay. We got some contenders at least.
Yes, we have a handful. Yeah. I can give a couple that I know is probably not going to happen. I really liked Penny, and she was like, "We're not doing Penny from Lost." I was like, "It's not from Lost. It's just a good name." She was like,
Yeah.
"You just want it because of Lost." And I was like, "Dude, what?" Like, anyway, so no.
Read you like a book.
What?
I said she read you like a book.
Oh, I thought you said I heard you like the book, and I was like, "What? What's the Penny book?"
You haven't read the book that Lost was based on?
Yeah.
Come on.
Carrot Plush said, "Happy Friday, guys. Need some enjoyable content these days."
Happy Friday.
I got bad news for you. We're scraping the barrel on this one. And then I was just thinking about you, Film Addict. I was thinking I haven't seen our friend Film Addict in the stream in a while. Hello there, you lovely folks. Sending love from Thailand. Feels weird saying that after so long. Anyway, here's your reminder to eat some good Thai food. Absolutely, man. I haven't had good Thai food.
I haven't had any in a minute, so
Is
I
this
might
our
have to get
thing,
some this
though? I
weekend.
feel like we always say that, though.
maybe we do. I don't know, but especially though, like because I usually get it like at least a couple times a month, but I haven't had it in a minute.
Oh, okay. For me, it's been like 6 months, I feel like.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's been a while. Definitely been a while.
been a while.
How was your pasta class?
It was fun. It was fun.
Are you an expert pasta maker now?
I guess it's so easy, man. 2 ingredients, literally.
Egg and flour, right?
That's it.
You can also throw a little,
That's
if
it.
you're feeling fancy, you can throw a little olive oil in there too.
Yeah, but you can. So apparently, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, but you add a little olive oil like during the
Yeah, right.
if it's too dry or whatever.
Oh. This is
But
true.
yeah, dude, it's crazy. I think we might want to. So we have one of those KitchenAid mixers or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think you can get an attachment that
Uh-huh.
like does the pasta thing. So I think we want to get that and then try to make some pasta more often. It was fun.
We have that attachment. We use it every now and then.
Oh yeah, does it work pretty
So-
good?
It does. It does. Sometimes, like, I mean, it's like an Amazon gadget, so it's probably not like the highest quality. So
Yeah.
sometimes the pasta actually like it'll go in, and then suddenly it goes like winds into the thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, and then you just have like this wound up pasta. So you have to like open it and like pull it all out.
Like it's getting jammed up in there a little bit.
Yeah, but I've learned that as you feed it through, if you grab the bottom side that's like already coming through and kind of like hold it and not
Kind of guide it.
you don't want to like you don't want to rip it or pull on it too much, but you can kind of guide it and like sort of softly tug on the pasta just to keep it straight.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that checks out. I don't know if this is the issue you were having or not, but for the one, we didn't have the KitchenAid one. They had just one that was like a standalone thing, but you're supposed to dust flour on it, like your sheet,
on
before you put it through.
Oh, wow.
So because that helps it like not get gunked up in there.
Yeah, okay. That's good advice too. I will say when we ate it, we've done this a handful of times now. It's definitely way a different texture than like store-bought, just throw in water pasta. But
yeah.
Anyway, I think that's our pasta arc for the Discord today. I did finally play Repo. A buddy of mine bought it for me. Fun game.
How was it?
Very fun. Very fun friends type of game.
Yeah.
I can think about you and I playing it. It's like a very it just reminds me of like that kind of game like Among Us, where it's just like the more people you have playing it, the better, like the more the hijinks are.
Yeah. How many people like can all play at once or whatever?
So I played with Zorix, who's a friend of ours. But then we played at one point with 2 of his friends. So 4. I don't know if it goes any more than 4. But it's a cute, I got a lot of love for like the small developer who creates like I had a video rendering on one monitor and we were going to boot up the game and I was like, oh, well guys, I'm in like this video render and I probably can't run like a super intensive game. Yeah. And one of the guys was like, dude, this game's like 500 megabytes, so you'll probably be okay. And it's tiny, but it's actually a super fun, addictive game. So
I've seen some clips of it. I don't like, from what I've seen, I don't understand like what the game's about, but it just looks funny. Like the little guys running around or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely really funny in that way. The basic premise is it is a roguelike where you spawn in an area and you want to go around looting stuff, and you can pick up objects to then put in your cart that you're trying to then take out to make money to buy upgrades or whatever. But what makes it challenging is this is like why it's marked as like a horror game, or like these monsters that are like creeping through the darkness that want to kill you, obviously. So you're trying to get the items out while also avoiding the baddies. But if you talk, the monsters can hear you. Like the game uses voice comms.
Okay.
And you can't hear your friends unless you're near them. And you can't see your friends unless you're near them either. It's just like a fun friends element to it, I guess.
Yeah. That sounds like a good time.
But yeah. Film Addict said, since it's been some time since the C3 finale, do you guys have any favorite moments or underrated moments from C3? Mine is the entire episode where Ashton takes the shard. I gotta say, I love that somebody picked that episode as their favorite, only because that episode like serves to me as an example of why Reddit is so insufferable. But yeah, what comes to mind for you, my friend? Any moments that pop into your mind?
The first thing I thought of was just the first Vax appearance at the Malleus Key.
The Don't You Dare.
Yeah, which isn't an underrated moment by any means, but it's just I think that might be like the most iconic moment from C3 for me, just because it was such a crazy like reveal and kind of like full circle thing that was unexpected. So that's the first thing, and then Laudna's reveal is another one that instantly jumps to mind for me.
That was a great one too, because you had the whole TikTok video like theorizing about it, and
indicated.
Yeah, you nailed it.
But yeah, I'm the type of person where like, so I guess those 2 would be my answer because they're what came to mind. But I feel like I would really need to like sit and think for like a week to really come up with the ones that were the most meaningful. I have a hard time like parsing through in the moment for those types of questions.
I don't want to like pretend like, those like Reddit posts that are like, unpopular opinion, but, and then they give like an extremely meta like popular
Yeah.
opinion. So I don't be like, here's an underwhelming moment or an appreciated moment, and then give like an extremely popular moment. When Laura rolled the nat 20 on the if the gods will leave or stay, But
Yeah.
I will say like my favorite moments, the coin flip around episode 35-ish, I think.
The ferns.
Fern's coin
Yeah,
flip.
that was great.
Just a great episode. And then when Marisha gets up to leave the table, just a really powerful scene. Marisha and Orem with the sword was a great episode. I loved the ball in Dressar, and then a couple episodes later going down into the mines to face the Shade Mother. I'd say maybe that's kind of an underrated in the sense like maybe that one doesn't get mentioned a lot, but the museum heist, Hytroga's museum heist, great episode,
super fun.
Lots of great moments in this campaign, man. Pirate ship in the Shattered Islands.
Yeah.
But I feel like someone who've never watched C3, these are just such, I could be saying anything and you'd be like, yep. And they wouldn't know if it's
bringing
real
words together. Yeah.
not. So.
Grass to cha.
Yeah. But anyway, Carrot Plush said, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I do love it intensely when Chetney has his mini beef with the shopkeeper while shopping with Orem, and the partner scene of him antagonizing the other shopkeep. This is a key element of evidence for me of are Bell's Hells the baddies, because he like goes back.
Well, I
and
can't argue with that one.
Yeah, he goes back and like brutally attacks the shopkeeper, right?
He does.
So
The werewolf instincts were taken over in that moment.
Oh, are we talking about Ultgar or because Eric just mentioned Ultgar? Oh, wait, that was the same. Wait, no, there was I think I'm mixing this up. I think maybe they're talking about where he meets the shopkeep owner who talks about their previous mentor who he hated.
Yeah.
The other example that may not be being mentioned is when he was balking at the prices of the chisels.
Right.
And then breaks in later and brutally assaults the person. He's like, I don't even own the shop. Someone else sets the prices. Anyway. Okay, they were talking about Ultgar and the toy shop. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Did you watch Wildlings last night?
I didn't. Did you?
I watched the first half, which had
How was it?
an earlier start time. It was adorable and fun, and Sam ran a really fun game and just great vibes, and he had this I can't remember if he said it directly, but basically, hey, it's a rules relaxed kind of game. His sister is part of the cast. And,
cool.
Brennan's there, which you may have seen already too. Just really fun characters. And actually, I was curious. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Yeah, I plan on watching it. I just I wasn't able to last night.
Yeah, let's see.
Did they ever say why it was earlier?
I didn't hear why it was earlier. Did you guys? I'd be curious if you guys heard why it was earlier. Okay, never mind. I was looking something up, but it's not. It's not what I thought it was. Okay. But yeah, no, good little miniseries. And then I wonder what that's one in the books. It was short. It was only a few hours long. Yeah, it's like it was like a 3-hour episode. There's 2 more. And then I wonder what comes after that. It still seems too early for campaign 4.
Yeah.
But I was seeing some chatter on a summer start date for campaign 4 as a theory, and which it just seems very fast, but it could be, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, who knows, I guess, but I would expect it would be a bit longer than that.
wow. I think we're both on the same page. So maybe fall feels like the best time.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeffrey Miller says afternoon. Afternoon, good sir.
Good afternoon.
Filmatic said, I love that Tal made that choice because I do that. I've done similar things in real life and have everything fall apart almost immediately. So it's very vindicating. Yeah, do not swallow a shard in real life because it could
Yeah.
not be ideal. So,
Trust us. We learned the hard way.
yeah.
Or go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm loving this storm.
Oh yeah, dude.
Are you getting it over there too?
Yeah, the rain vibes are peak for sure.
Yeah.
We've had it for a few days now, actually.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It's rainy yesterday.
we didn't get much like actual rain yesterday, but it was like gloomy all day. But we're actually in my neck of the woods getting some today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have like a flood warning or something, actually. I always like feel kind of torn because I'm like, oh, I love this kind of weather, and then it's like flash flood warning, 4 people die, and you're like, ooh, sorry,
Ooh.
I just like the
Yikes.
vibes. That's it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like the rain, the noise.
yeah. So, anyway, well, what else are you doing these days? Are you playing anything these days, or I feel like when we don't have our regular like Critical Role recordings and stuff, I'm like, hey man, how you been? We haven't talked
Yeah.
in like a week, 2 weeks.
Man, not really. I've just been busy, but I want to play. I want to try Repo. Something else. I can't remember what it is, but I got an email today about something on my wish list being on like 85% off. And I wish I could tell you what it was, but I think I'm going to pick that up. And then another game, also don't remember the name, just came out a few days ago. And it looked like a very cozy kind of indie
What's it called?
type vibe. And so, like, especially on a rainy day like this, I might try to get a little stream in today.
I was giggling because I was thinking like, what's the name of the game? And you're like, anime girls go to. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
The harem simulator
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
53.
So,
Yeah, but I can't remember. But you know, classic like I think there's like it's like beautiful art style. There's like a little dog. It's one of those types of games.
yeah. I got into this discussion because of the Switch 2 announcement, which my gut to that announcement was I'd rather just buy a Steam Deck at that price.
Yeah.
But part of the other conversation with this was the price. There's still some confusion. I don't know what's actually true here. So you guys listening might have to help us out. What I saw, the headline was that they were increasing the prices of their games to $80 for digital, $90 for physical, which is, I feel like we just had the price increase from 60 to 70 just a few years ago. But then I saw someone else say, no, that's only for like their mainstream core games like Zelda, Mario, what have you. And their adjacent titles are more like, 2A, 1A kind of games are still going to be 70. So I don't know what's true there. But I was talking about this with a friend of mine. And I said, dude, I saw that the game's going to be $80. And he was like, yeah, good. I definitely think we should be paying more for games. Which I was like, that's an odd thing to say.
Interesting.
Sometimes people like drop a line that like you don't have like the pacing of the moment to be like, why do you, good sir, think we should do that? But I presume I've seen some other dialogues on this, on people saying like we should charge more for games because game devs don't get paid enough. But I think where I'm torn is I think the game you're talking about, like the little indie game that's like, $10, $15, $20, I'm like, yeah, I want that person to make more and be able to charge more. But I don't know how we get that without these greedy, disgusting corporations. I'm not necessarily lumping Nintendo in there, but possibly. I don't know how I feel about it. But these companies that like deliver, Diablo deliver very little quantity of content, yet charge a very high price. Like that's where I feel very, versus like Baldur's Gate with a very stable price point, no microtransactions, and even got sort of eviscerated by these corporations. So I don't know. I just said a lot. I don't know if you want to tackle anything.
No, I'm right there with you. So I think I don't know where that person was coming from, but I think I would agree with the sentiment if it was that like
Yes.
these artists and designers deserve to be paid more, sure. But like I don't think that's why the price is increased. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like going from 70 to 80 is not to give the graphic designer a raise.
Right.
So, you
Yeah,
know.
and I mean, I wish it was. You know, I think
Yeah.
I do, and that's why, like, for me personally, I feel very comfortable. I feel very comfortable paying higher prices for that indie game. You know,
Yeah.
an indie game that's $10. I mean, I absolutely would pay $20 or $30 for it. I mean, even higher depending on the game, just because
Yeah.
I really want those kinds of things to be valued and repeated. Because think about some of the
Yeah.
best games in the last like 10 years. I mean, I love Terraria, but like Stardew Valley, this is one of those moments where like you're like, think of all the games, and then you can only think of one that comes
Yeah.
to mind. There's Stardew
Yeah.
Valley, and then there's Stardew
Yeah.
Valley on Switch, and then on
Yeah.
on mobile. But anyway.
Yeah, for sure. All of the most enjoyment and meaningful games I've played have been indie games for like the past decade, with like, you know, like World of Warcraft like being the outlier there, of course.
Yeah. Dude, I'm on my World of Warcraft kick right now.
Yeah, they hooked you back in.
Hooked me back in, dude. I reinstalled it like 3 weeks ago. Which amazing what a fresh install does, dude. Because I always, when I tried to play it before, I'd be on the loading screen for like no joke, like 5 minutes, and I was like, dude, this
Really?
game takes forever to load. And then with
Yeah.
the fresh install, like it loads almost immediately.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I'm having a lot of fun on retail.
Oh, wait.
And
Oh yeah.
SOD.
So it's retail.
I've been playing a lot of retail and SOD. Really kind of
Okay.
my evening routine is like around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm going to go. This is like the perfect illustration of how different these games are. If I'm on retail, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do like a Mythic Plus key, which is like the time dungeons. If I'm playing SOD, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go kill some dragon whelps and farm some gold. Like, and so just like mindless versus like, do I want to do something kind of competitive? But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
What's going on in SOD right now?
They're releasing the final phase next week, in 4 days actually, and that'll be the new raid, Scarlet Enclave.
Okay. So is there like a whole new tier?
Uh-huh.
Like, is there new tier sets?
Yep. New
Like
zones.
completely new?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So talking to our mutual friend Chris, he and I share the same sentiment of like, dude, this might be the only version of Classic Plus we ever get. So we're excited to try it out, and
I don't think so.
I hope you're right.
Not that we need to launch into this whole thing, but I feel like that like SOD feels like a Classic Plus alpha.
It does. It does. I think part of it is like having followed the SOD development journey. I know that team has been reduced substantially.
Oh, really?
And so knowing that it's like a couple of dozen devs, I just wonder, like they've done amazing for what seems to be the scope of their team. But we'll see. So I will say, and then this quick comment, Carrot Plush mentioned a couple other games. Hades and Overcooked are my go-to indie games. 2 awesome examples,
good.
by the way. Hollow Knight is another one that comes to mind. Incredible game.
Silksong finally coming out.
Yeah, that game, Hollow Knight's probably one of my top 5 in the last few years. Few years? I guess it came out actually, I don't know when
It's
it
been
came
a
out.
minute.
Yeah,
I think it's been more than 3.
I think you're right. I think it's actually been like 7 or 8, actually.
Yeah, I think so. I need to finish it.
But here's something interesting for you. Have you been following any of the news on Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance?
I've like heard like random things, but no, not really.
I'm seeing this game pop up everywhere. People seemingly it seemed like they really, really like this game. I haven't played it. I don't know anything about the game. Whatever.
Is it like out?
Yeah.
I think Nate mentioned it. I don't know if he
Oh,
actually got
okay.
it though.
Okay, yeah. This is a mutual friend of ours. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Well, I am definitely curious about the game because it seems like people are really liking it, and it gives kind of like a medieval version of, I would say like Elder Scrolls. Maybe like a younger gamer would say like Skyrim, because Skyrim may be the only title in that sequence of games that they associate with that kind of game. But
Is it? It's not. I can't remember the name, but there's another like big MMO that's been in like beta right now. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think we've talked about like how big the map is before.
Oh, are we talking about the one that's like supposed to be like a WoW killer, which is kind of funny.
I think so. I was just trying to see if that was Kingdom Come or if that was something else.
No, we're talking about Ashes of Creation.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking of.
Which I don't know anything about that, but yeah, which Ashes of Creation, every like video I see is like even more like here's the latest. It's always like really big and massive.
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder okay, here we go. Here's the beta release. Okay, Alpha Phase 3 starts May 1st, and then beta is supposed to be after that, which has not been announced. So,
oh
yeah, I don't know. I don't know really anything about that MMO, but I do know. I mean, I get pretty cynical around the headlines around this kind of stuff because, you know, the Amazon one. What was the Amazon one called?
yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but I know what you're talking about.
It was like all the same fanfare. I don't know. Does anyone play that game anymore?
Not that I've heard of.
Let's see. Amazon MMO New World. Okay.
Oh yeah.
New World.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
New World player count. Bro. $6,400 people playing it right now.
Dang.
All-time peak 913,000.
Wow.
Ooh. That's not good, man.
Yikes.
That's not good. Right now, there are 6,000 people playing it. Here we go. I'm on a different website. 1,600 are in. Excuse me. 2,000 are in the U.S. So only 2,000 U.S. players.
Wow.
Dude, that's. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything about it, but like, did they like stop developing it? Like maybe there's no new patches or anything. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just crazy to me when games have so much. Like, think about that. If there's any studio that has the dollar backing to create a truly great game, it would be Amazon, right?
Yeah,
And
you
yet-
would think. I mean,
yeah, that's wild to me. That's crazy. Well, we'll see with Ashes of Creation, but as we wrap up today, I was actually going to tell you about the reason I brought up the Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance was because I had this random YouTube reel pop up or short, which, by the way, I'm liking YouTube mediums now.
yeah,
3 minutes. I'm
up to 3 minutes or whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I like it. It's a good change.
yeah, it's fun.
But it was, I don't know the guy's name, but he was talking about his favorite games, what he thought were like arguably the best games of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And he had 3. He said Kingdom Come 2, Baldur's
Wow,
Gate.
it like just came out, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's already on his list. Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3, which that surprised me. I was like, wow, this Kingdom Come game must be very good if he would put them together.
Yeah.
And in his third one, which Baldur's Gate was actually number 1, Kingdom Come was 2. His third one was Cyberpunk 2.0.
Oh.
Which I thought, you own this game. You might need to try it out, man, and let me know what you think about it.
I've already been meaning to. Like, I've already heard so much good things that like it's on my proverbial list.
He said that
But so are 50 other things, you know.
He said they No Man's Skied it, where they like did so much good stuff and like fixed so much stuff and made it so much better. Which, you know, CD Projekt Red, you know, you'd hope so for the quality of games they've made in the past, but it did make me think that'd be one of those games that I probably would play late at night, just because of the number of penises in it. I don't know if my wife, she'd probably be like, "What are you playing exactly?" So it's for the channel.
We need to snip that out of context. It's the kind of game I play late at night because of all the penises.
I said what I said. I know what I'm about.
Bro, I think that's my next evolution. Is I'm such a grandpa these days. Like I get in bed at like 9:30.
Dude, that's probably very good for you.
No, it's probably good for me, but like I think that's why I never have time for gaming because like that was like my peak, like
Yeah.
staying up real late. So I don't
Yeah.
go to bed at 9:30. I'm not that much of a grandpa, just so everybody knows.
What do you
Like
do?
just addicted to my phone like everybody else.
Yeah.
Or I'll read, or I'll be scrolling on my phone, or we'll watch
Yeah.
something.
Little idle game action. You still doing that
Yep.
one?
I don't do that one as much anymore, and it's Archero these days, but
Oh yeah.
I still jump on that one every once in a while.
I do like such the minimum with Archero these days. Like I don't even spend my energy anymore, or do like the daily quests. So.
Oh, you don't?
Mm.
I see. I basically just do like I do all of that stuff, but I don't play it like outside of that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm definitely not like using all my energy on cooldown or anything.
Yeah. Well, I think with that, we're going to wrap up today. We're at the end of our time. My good friend Will, I hope for next Friday, I'll mention I was in a one-shot this last weekend with our mutual friend Andrea for her birthday. And
is that the couple we met?
yep, who's in the Discord.
Wait, that's this weekend, or you already did it?
I just did it this last weekend. Did a one-shot with them for her birthday. So someone in the Discord who moved to this area, but did a one-shot with that. My wife and I did.
She active in our Discord?
I don't know. I think so. Well, not active. Okay. I mean, we have like our active few, right? But she did mention, she was like, yeah, I was listening to y'all's like latest episode, so I know she's active on the channel.
Well, happy belated, Andrea.
Yeah. But the thing that was funny was it came up that we had this channel, and
wait, when's her birthday? Is it the same as mine?
No, hers was a few days after yours.
Okay.
Or I think it was actually Monday.
About to say maybe we are birthday buddies.
No, I think hers was Monday or Tuesday, so a little after yours. But the thing that was funny was it got brought up that you and I had this channel, and someone else at the table was like, "Are you gonna talk about us? Are you gonna talk about the one shot?" Because it was just like couples, and I was like, "Probably not." And it was kind of like I felt like this implication of like, "What are you going to say about this group?" So I had a delightful time and a lot of fun, and it was a great group of people, which are all true statements. And the food was really good too, actually.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'll share more about that maybe next Friday.
I'll get the real story off stream.
All right, squad. Well, we love you all. Have a great weekend, and we'll see what next year. What is going on? We'll see what next week brings. So, anywho, well, see you later.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Have a good weekend.